Hello YouTube, this is Night Assassin, and today I'm making a video for a friend who wanted to know all about the endless customizations you can do in Battlefield, because he's a Call of Duty player, and that community kind of hates Battlefield because Battlefield's a better game. So let's get right into it. There are so many customizations you can do with the weapons in Battlefield 4. It's just endless. You can't nobody has the same loadout because everybody has their own preferences on the game. So you have your standard sights, but there's a lot more than Call of Duty. There's much more than Call of Duty. So you have your accessories for your guns, you have your barrels for your guns, and your underbarrels, which are like the grips and whatnot, your angle grips, your just whatever. Have your bipods too. Uh, and then you have the camo. Now this is what he was asking about: is the camo going to be as good as Call of Duty? And I'm like, duh. Because I mean, look at all these camos. There's hundreds. I mean, Lord have mercy. You can't get over this. I mean, there's just the most beautiful camos in any first-person shooter ever. It's just amazing. So that's just the AK-12 I'm showing you right now with the camos. Just look at the detail on these weapons. So you have your standard assault rifles. You have your carbines. You get the same attachments. A little bit different because it's a different kind of gun. You get your different weapons, have different attachments, but most of the weapon attachments are standard. So, and then with all these guns, it's standard that you have all the same paint on them. You can apply the same paint to every gun, and it looks beast any way you put it. So, those were the carbines. You have your designated marksman rifles. That's about, there's 8 here. More to come in the new DLCs that are coming up. Uh, have your attachment for those. You have your medium range sights. Have your accessories, your barrels. One of my favorite barrels is the suppressors because it keeps you off the minimap from and being uh, sighted by the enemies easier. It's a lot harder for them to hear you, and it keeps you off the minimap. So that's a big plus. You have your paint, or as Call of Duty camos call it, as Call of Duty players call it, camos. So yeah, those are the DMRs, and then you have your shotguns, uh, same sights, accessories, underbarrels, paints, um, and then for each class, there's a separate class specific gun. And in assault, you have your assault rifles. In your engineer class, you have your PDWs, and I'll go over that now. So there's about let's see, 10 PDWs here, and you have your sights, your lasers, your accessories, your barrels, the suppressors, heavy barrels, compensators, and your underbarrel, and your camo. Uh, yeah, you have your camos and all that. Now, the difference between PDWs and assault rifles is the PDWs have a much, much, much better hip fire, and that helps a lot if you're used to hip firing. So, the next class is a support class, and their class specific gun is the LMG or light machine gun. I don't understand why they call it light. It's more like heavy to me. But anywho, have your sights. With the support class, you get a magnifier that zooms in on your sight, gives you a 2x zoom. You have your barrels, and then you have your bipods, which are almost always necessary with these guns. Like, it's pointless to have an LMG and no bipod on it. You have your paints, you can put all your paints on there. Yeah, just look at that. Look at the level of detail that you just don't find anywhere else. You just don't find it. And that's what the magnifier does, is it's like a second scope that makes this scope bigger. Anywho, you have your recon class, which has the sniper rifles, and that's the one that I usually play because I'm a aggressive recon player, or otherwise in the Call of Duty world, I'm a quick scoper. Don't hate. You have your barrels, your accessories, your optics, and the only optics are worth using with this one are the long range for long range sniping, and your close range. I don't really use the medium range. I only use those occasionally, and when I do, they're alright, but you just need to stick with the close range and long range scopes if you're going to be aggressive recon. You have your bipod, which is absolutely necessary for uh, long range sniping, getting those 1,000 meter headshots. You have your straight pull bolt if you want to chamber that bullet faster, and you have your paints. Uh, they just look beast on the sniper rifles for some reason. Just the sniper rifles adapt to the camo so much better than I think the other guns do. So that's those are all the guns in there. That's at least 60, 70 guns in Battlefield 4. Alright, now you have your tanks that you can kill and murder people with. So you have your standard guns, you have your secondary weapons, you have your countermeasures, you have your optics, your repair, and then you have your paint. Now, honestly, the paint looks the best on these vehicles. So getting to it, you can put on naval, dot naval. It looks really, really nice doing that. And then you have your lavs, and then you have your mobile anti-aircraft, have your standard stuff for all this. Your attack boats, look at that, just beautiful. You have your stealth jets, have your customization you can do here that you can put camos on. Just, it looks so good on the vehicles. And then my favorite is a scout helicopter. It just looks amazing. It just looks absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. And then you have your attack helicopter, which is just frightening. Quite frankly, it's very frightening looking at it because it means business. So, and then you have your attack jets. Those are the ones that's supposed to take the other stealth jets out of the sky, and your transports. So I mean, look at that. Level of detail is just endless in this. It's crazy. It's so good. So I'm gonna give you a little tour of just the beauty of it. So I'm gonna be flying in the scout helicopter. If you see any frame rate drops, it's because I'm on all ultra. Just look at that. It's so good. It's all this. I mean, look at it. It's just beautiful. I'm just speechless. So, you have your guns on this, and you can shoot stuff with it. Just look at that. Capture flags, get in the boats. And this is just the test range, y'all. This doesn't even show the scope of some of the Battlefield maps that are out there. So this is the scout helicopter showing you. This is very good for killing infantry and stuff. As you can see here on the test dummies that they provide you. That's it for the customization, and it's all usable. It all affects all of your weapons, and changes the way your weapon works. So thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment if you want. If you don't like the video, don't like it. But if you don't like it, I'll come to your house and pelt you with large fluffy marshmallows until you do like it. So thanks for watching. Bye.